Good everyone, welcome to the busy session with the Elite Tutor. We are learning is made simple. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at an amazing concept, the concept of simple interest. Have you ever wondered why when you save $20,000 and in a few months time, few years time, the $20,000 becomes $26,000? The secret is simple interest. I want you to watch this video to the end and be able to understand how to solve simple interest. And also in addition, I'm going to be showing you not just how to calculate the simple interest, I'm going to show you how to solve for the principal, I'm going to show you how to solve for the rate, and also how to ascertain the time. So I want you to follow closely. So the very first question we have question 1. So question 1 says, find the simple interest on $50,000 at 10% per annum for 3 years. Now the first thing I would like to say is the formula for simple interest is, see, your simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. Now in this particular question, it says find the simple interest, so we are looking for that extra money that is being added. Find the simple interest on $50,000 at 10% per annum for 3 years. Now the first thing I like to do step by step, we are going to ascertain the parameters. We are going to try to bring out the parameters of the question. So our principal, which is the amount borrowed, we have $50,000. Our rate in this question, our rate is 10% and our time is 3 years. Now, having ascertained our parameter, we're going to go ahead to impute these parameters into the formula. So we have that simple interest is equal to my principal, we have $50,000, times my rate is 10, times my time is 3, divided by 100. So I'm going to have that my simple interest is equal to, so let's multiply. So we have our 50,000 times 10 times 3. We are going to ascertain 1.5 million. So we're going to have, yes, we'll have 1.5 million divided by 100. So our final answer, our simple interest, will be equal to, let's divide, 0 we cancel 0, 0 we cancel 0. So at the end we have that this is 15000. So this is 15,000 divided by 1, which still gives us 15,000. So that means our simple interest is $15,000. So this is how we ascertain our simple interest. Let's move over to example 2. We have example 2. Example 2 says, find the total amount on $80,000 at 12% for 2 years. Now example 2 is telling us that we should find the amount. Now I want you to note something. You can't ascertain the amount without ascertaining the simple interest. You cannot ascertain the amount without ascertaining the simple interest. And this is the reason, because your amount comprises of your principal and your interest. So your principal plus your interest makes up the total amount. So we have to first of all ascertain our simple interest. So using the formula of simple interest, we have that simple interest, our SI is equal to PRT over 100. Now let's bring out our parameters. From the question, our principal here is $80,000. Yes, our rate is 12%, and our time we have 2 years. So we have to first of all ascertain our simple interest before we can ascertain the total amount. Now, what's our simple interest? Based on the formula, we have that SI is equal to principal $80,000 times my rate 12 times 2 my time divided by 100. So we have that our simple interest will be equal to, then we confirm from our calculator, 80,000 times 12 times 2. So we have that this is 1,920,000. Okay? Divided by 100. So let's divide. 0 we cancel 0. 0 we cancel 0. So we are going to have that our simple interest will be equal to 19200, which gives us 19,200. So our simple interest is 19,200. Now we've been able to ascertain the simple interest. But the question is not asking for the simple interest. The question is asking for the total amount. So for us to ascertain our amount is equal to principal plus your interest. And in this question, our principal is 80,000. And our interest, which we saw, is equal to 19,200. So our amount will be equal to 80,000 plus 19,200. So 80,000 plus 19,200, we are going to arrive, our final answer will be this 80,000 plus So we have 80,000 plus 19,200. So we are going to have this will give us 99,200. So this is our total amount. So like I said earlier, your amount comprises of your interest and your principal. Now let's look at question 3. So we have question 3. Question 3 says $15,000 amounts to $18,000 in 4 years. Find the rate. $15,000 amounts to $18,000 in 4 years. Find the rate. Now this question, I want you to pay attention to this question, because this question will also give you an idea on the concept of change of subject formula. Now, what do I mean? Please follow closely. So we have that this is the formula for simple interest. Simple interest. Yes. Now we have that simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. In order for us to ascertain the rates, we can easily go ahead to make R the subject. What do I mean? When we call R, we shouldn't call R with any variable or any digit attached. So for us to make R the subject, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to what? Multiply both sides by 100 so as to cancel out this fraction. So we are going to what? Multiply both sides by 100. So we'll have that this is 100 times SI is equal to 100 times PRT over 100. So at this point, I'm going to have 100 SI is equal to PRT. Now don't forget, I want to make R the subject. So in order for R to stand alone, I'm going to eliminate, I'm going to divide both sides by P and T, so that R can be alone. So I'm going to divide both sides by P and T. So P and T, that's PT and P here, and T. So P we cancel P and T we cancel T. So we have that 100 SI, which is simple interest, over PT is equal to R, which can also be rewritten as R is equal to 100 SI over PT. Now we've made R the subject, we can go ahead to solve for the rates. Now the next step we are going to bring out our parameters. Now the question says $15,000 amounts to $18,000 in 4 years. So from this you can see that this $15,000 is the principal and this $18,000 is the total amount. How is it the total amount? Because the total amount comprises of the principal and the interest. So in that duration of 4 years, there have been an addition of 3,000 naira that's been added to the principal, which is $15,000. So we have that our principal here will be $15,000. Our time will be 4 years. So we have our principal, our time, and then finally our simple interest. Our simple interest will be our amount minus principal. And the amount here is $18,000. So our SI, simple interest, is equal to $18,000 minus $15,000. That gives us our simple interest to be $3,000. So now here we have our principal, we have our time, and we have our simple interest. Now we can go ahead to impute this into the formula and be able to ascertain the answer. So we are going to be solving, we are going to be cleaning here, and then we are going to. So we are going to continue solving here. So don't forget we've ascertained our parameters, and then we are going to go ahead to impute inside our rate, having made rate the subject. So we have that our rate is equal to 100 SI over PT. And then here our parameters, we know that our P is equal to $15,000, our T is equal to 4, and our SI, simple interest, is equal to 3,000. Don't forget, I told you, for you to ascertain your simple interest, it is your amount minus your principal, because that amount comprises of your principal and interest. So in order for you to ascertain that interest, you have to do the amount minus the difference between the amount and the principal. So, and then we are able to ascertain $3,000. Now let's impute these parameters into the formula in order for us to ascertain the rate. Don't forget, the rate is simply just like our rate of return. What determines how much money you will make on a particular investment. Now we have that our rate is equal to 100 times our simple interest, which is 3,000, divided by our principal, $15,000, times our time, which is 4. So we have that our rate is equal to, so we have 3,000, let's confirm, times 100. This gives us 300,000. And then we have 15,000 times 4. 15,000 times 4 gives us 60,000. And then we can go ahead to cancel out. 0 will cancel 0. 0 will cancel 0. This 0 here will cancel 0. This 0 here will cancel 0. So we have that our rate is equal to 30 divided by 6. Rate is equal to 30 divided by 6. We are going to have 5. Don't forget we are looking for a rate. So we have to add the unit of measurement, which is percentage. So our answer will be 5%. So what does this imply? It simply means that $15,000 amount to $18,000 in 4 years using the rate of 5%. Now let's look at question 4. We have question 4. Question 4 says $20,000 becomes $26,000 at 5% simple interest. Find the time. Now in this question we are looking at for the time. Now just like we did here, we are going to be in this question we are going to be making time the subject. Like I told you, one of the things we aim to achieve in this video is also your ability to make a certain variable a subject. Now we have that the formula for simple interest, we have that simple interest is equal to PRT over 100. Now this is the formula. Now but we are asked to look for time. So what can we do? We can go ahead to make time the subject. Now how do we do the first thing? We're going to multiply both sides by 100 so we can cancel out these fractions. So we have that 100 times simple interest is equal to 100 times PRT over 100. So at this point we have that this is equal to 100 SI is equal to PRT. Don't forget we are looking for time, so we want to make T, which is time, the subject. So in order for us to do that, we are going to eliminate, we are going to divide both sides by PR so that T can stand on its own. So here divided by PR, here divided by PR. So we have that PR will cancel PR, P will cancel P, R will cancel R. So we have that this is 100 SI over PR is equal to T, which can be written as T is equal to 100 SI over PR. So you can see that we've been able to make T the subject. So we can go ahead to impute the parameters into this formula. But before going that, let's bring out the parameters. Now let's say we have $20,000 becomes $26,000. $20,000 here is our principal, while $26,000 here is our amount. So in this question we are going to look out for, we are going to also try to ascertain the simple interest. The simple interest is simply, for you to get a simple interest, is simply the difference between the amount and the principal. So we can see that our principal here is $20,000 because that's the amount of money that was invested. Our rate in this question is 5. And then the last parameter we are looking for is our simple interest. And like I said earlier, the simple interest is amount minus principal. Like I said earlier, why is it like that? Because your amount comprises your simple interest and your principal. What we mean, amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. So in order for you to ascertain the simple interest, it is the difference between the amount and the principal. So here the amount here is $26,000 and our principal here is $20,000. So the difference gives us our simple interest. So our simple interest is equal to $6,000. So now we have our complete parameters. We have that our principal is $20,000, our rate is 5, and our simple interest is $6,000. We are going to go ahead to impute these parameters into this word formula. We've made T the subject where T is equal to 100 SI over PR. So we are going to impute these parameters into this formula in order for us to ascertain our time. I want you to follow closely. Now we have our parameters we're going to impute into this formula and then we'll solve. So we have that our T, which is our time is equal to the formula for time here is 100 SI over our PR. So we're going to be imputing our parameters into this formula. So we have that our T is equal to 100 times, what is our SI? 6,000. Divided by our P, R. What is our P? Our P is 20,000. And then our R is 5. So we have that T is equal to 100 times 6,000, which gives us about 60,000. Let's confirm. 600,000 rather. So we have that 100 times 6,000 will give us 600,000. And 20,000 times 5, we have 100,000. So our T is equal to, let's cancel that, 0 will cancel 0, 0 here will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. So our T is equal to 6 over 1, which is same as 6 divided by 1 will give us 6. Don't forget, our time, we've been able to ascertain that our time is equal to 6. But yes, but based on this unit measurement of our time here, we're going to go out, we have to add the unit measurement which is in years. So our final answer will be time is equal to 6 years. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please ensure you like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.